Guys.
There's a massive flooding in Zhengzhou again.
I know you guys are sick of floods. You're probably sick of wage disputes too. Okay,
But you gotta cover it.
We have to show you that this is the reality of China, because all you see in the news is China living in the future, robots.
Yeah, China's gonna be the new leader of the world economy.
Yeah.
No, they're not. They can't even pay their people.
They can't even be a leader of their own economy.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good point.
So there's a reason why we're showing you this. Zhengzhou and Henan just had this massive downpour, and as you can see, everything's flooded. This is all like from like 3 days ago, right? Kind of crazy. But it might remind you guys of something, because Zhengzhou is also had a very famous flood a couple of years ago, right?
Yep.
Do we remember that? Do people remember
I
that?
certainly hope so.
Yeah.
Because in 2021, one of the worst things that could ever happen happened.
Yes.
And the government covered it up massively. And so this is giving people massive PTSD in Zhengzhou.
Yeah, we're going to show you what they've been doing, but we first wanted to give everybody a bit of a reminder of what happened in 2021.
Yes.
So China can't do drainage.
No.
They suck at drainage. All Chinese cities suck at drainage. And this is the aftermath of the tunnel that got flooded. Do you guys remember?
How long was it?
4 kilometers long.
Yes,
and
there was it was back-to-back traffic.
Yes.
And the entire tunnel filled up with water, so you need to start doing some math. The Chinese government said in the entire flood, not the tunnel.
Yes.
In the entire flood, 398 people died.
Yes.
How is that physically possible?
Especially when you see the cars that they pulled out of the tunnel here in this field. There are more cars than that here.
So it literally doesn't make sense unless they were Aquaman mermen and mermaids.
Yes, exactly.
So, no. I mean, it was thousands upon thousands upon thousands of deaths that were not counted.
People live streamed themselves drowning in the subways.
Yes.
You know, in the
but we won't
metro.
show you that.
And when they pulled the carts out, they covered the windows with black cloth, so
All
you
the
couldn't
trains.
see. Yeah, you couldn't see the train, and
just
there were lots
drowned.
of them. You couldn't see the victims inside.
This
you
is
know?
what the Chinese government does.
And then they pretended like no one died.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah. 398 people. Oh, yeah. Your entire subway was underwater.
Yes.
And the entire 4-kilometer tunnel, that was back to back with traffic, was underwater.
Up to the ceiling. And it filled up in 5 minutes. You know, you can see they're pumping it out now in this particular shot. But the entire tunnel, that 4-kilometer tunnel, all the way up to the ceiling. So you've got everyone in rush hour, and they were backed up because there's a toll on the other side, a toll gate, on both sides, 4 kilometers both ways, all backed up. 5 minutes it took for the entire thing to fill to the top. If you were anywhere in the tunnel, in the middle, or even near the entrance, to be able to get out of your car and walk out or run out in 5 minutes is impossible, especially if you're in the middle. You can't run 4 kilometers in 5 minutes.
Especially it's full of water.
Yeah, or 2 kilometers
You
or
can't
whatever.
run through
Yeah,
water.
you can't. You're wading, you're waddling,
Yeah.
you know, and you just get swallowed up. It was horrific. So thousands of people, absolutely thousands of people.
The government initially said, oh, only 100 people died in this flood. And then the government's like, tell the truth, right?
Yes.
And they're like, fine, 398. And they're like, see? And now, like, Western media says, yeah, only 398 people died.
Because they believe the stupid
It's
statistics.
impossible.
Yeah. People putting out flowers to mourn at the subway entrance, because remember, the people in the subway live streamed themselves drowning.
Yeah.
So you had all the family members putting it out. What did they do? They put barriers around it to hide the
So
flowers.
people can't see. They didn't want them to count.
Yes, they didn't want the people to see how many flowers were there. They put barriers. They stopped people from putting flowers. You know, eventually that didn't work. But so now back to present day, this is what people are doing when there's a forecast for rain. They're parking their cars up on the overpass.
There's something so
highways.
grim about this.
Yeah.
It's like the PTSD is still in people's heads.
Yeah, well, I mean,
thousands of people drowning to death, and so they park their cars on overpasses. They're like, we can't deal with this again.
yeah. So they find the highest bridge possible, and they park their cars there, and obviously walk away from there.
Yeah.
So that their cars don't get completely covered in water.
Yeah, and so they don't end up drowning.
Yes.
Because people are terrified of drowning, like there are thousands of family members dead, and
Yeah.
they get arrested if they bring it up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But the fact that they haven't fixed it yet,
Yeah.
didn't they get the biggest warning ever?
Yeah.
You know, but they still haven't fixed the drainage. It's impossible.
No.
They just don't know how.
No.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have put all the resources of the city
Yes.
into figuring out drainage after that.
Yeah.
But they don't they're just like, let's just roll the dice and hope it doesn't rain hard again.
Yes.
This is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, so it's a Wuhan graduation ceremony. So in order to show people where they should be sitting, they put red dots on the white chairs.
And this, by the way, happened
It's happened
the
before.
same week as the big, like parade, where it's like, oh, we defeated Japan. And it happened, like everyone's hating Japan.
Yeah, so if you're listening, a red dot on a white background looks like
the Japanese flag, because obviously they're color coordinated and they had like blue dots on whatever it is. And of course they got into a lot of trouble. And the kicker is they've done this before.
Yeah, so they've done the same error again. And so heads are going to roll.
I mean, they got it so much backlash, especially in that very nationalistic time when they did it. Everyone was just like,
You basically have an auditorium full of Japan celebration.
I know.
Like Japanese nationalism.
Yes, it's crazy. Man, did they get into trouble. But the fact that they'd done it in 2017 too is just the kicker.
Yeah, some Nihonjin chairs.
Yes, exactly. Well, so what's going on here?
This is the toilet revolution. So people in toilets are writing like, get rid of the Communist Party, get rid of the communist leadership, get rid of the CCP, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's spreading across China. So they're actually getting like cops to like, they're in some places they're getting them to check IDs before they use the bathroom.
Yes.
So dystopian.
They're posting like actual guards outside the bathrooms to see who goes in.
Yeah.
And then they check if anything's written in afterwards.
Yes. Which is nuts.
But
it's also because of that, they're doing it on like underpasses and stuff too.
Yeah.
So that's just been a huge thing that's happened.
Yes.
This is something we want to combat a little bit because I got tricked a little bit too.
Well, again, you see all the propaganda, and it's like China launches its own SpaceX satellite network into space.
Yeah.
And you see this a lot, right? They always say, like, China has launched its own this, China has done this.
Or China plans to.
Well, I mean, that's when you read the fine print, and it's like China is in the process of, or is planning to, or aims to. There's always some little word that means they haven't done it, but they said they will.
Well, I got tricked until I read into it. They said China launched its own Starlink.
Yes.
And so you think that means that there's competition for Starlink now.
Yeah.
The Chinese government's going to run it. Until you realize that you have to read between the lines. Nothing's operational.
No, they have zero.
So why is these Western media outlets keep championing this?
Because for some reason, I don't know, they want to glaze China.
I don't understand.
Here's the thing, though. They have launched a number of satellites up already, but the network doesn't work. It hasn't been set up. It's just not operational. So this graphic is actually very correct because there are 8,075 fully operational Starlink satellites up there, but 0 Chinese ones.
So they're not. There's no. We dug into this. We're like, tell me if this is true.
Yeah.
Right?
Does it work?
Does it work? Nothing. No,
they're like, oh, but it's set to be. It's set to work. It's going to work.
I literally talked to people that were asking me about this.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, they're up there, and all of a sudden I was like, prove it.
It's like that stupid nuclear battery all over again.
Yeah.
It's always like China's developed this nuclear battery that's going to power your phone for 50 years. And then when you look into it, it's like, no, actually, they didn't invent that.
Yes.
It's 1970s technology from America. And no, it only puts out like 100 millivolts or whatever it is. It can't do anything.
I remember you left my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember.
All the hardworking Americans out there, we're going to roast some shills.
Don't like it when lots of people come in, do you?
Yeah, it's looking scary.
Come on, dude.
Is this not North Korea level? It's getting bad these days.
Yeah.
So he's in Iranian state media.
Yes.
He's in Russian state media, and now he's in China state media. Does that not follow the path of a lot of these guys that we follow?
Absolutely.
Santa Claus told a little boy the sky is blue, and the researcher in the Scorpions said, wait, Santa Claus isn't real, therefore the sky isn't blue.
But first, a quick montage of me walking through the horribly polluted streets of Beijing.
When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my life.